Hello, everybody. How are you doing, Francisco?
Hola, Jorge. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where everyone is listening in the world. Hola, amigos.
Hola, chicos. Francisco, how's everything on your side of the world?
Well, over here, as you can see, it's a beautiful bright day. It's a great day. So, hey, happy. How about your side?
Not bad. Thank you so much. A little bit, with my voice like this, but I think it's part of the deal. Sometimes you get a cold, sometimes you don't. But anyway, here I am trying to do my best, as I always do. Francisco, let us know what's going to be the topic today.
Okay, so today, the topic I want to share with our listeners, we're going to be talking about one of those characters that I really love.
Oh,
I I love Franco. Yes, I do
wait,
love
wait.
Franco.
What did you say?
Once again, I love Franco.
Okay, guys, it's been a wonderful time here, just sharing with you all these number of chapters. Francisco, I don't know what to say now. So,
We're not amigos anymore.
what do you mean you love Franco?
Okay, hold it. So
Okay.
I do love Franco, but not the Franco you're thinking of and everybody's thinking about. I don't
Uh-huh.
I don't want to talk today about Francisco Franco, which is the dictator of Spain.
Yeah.
And we have enough topics, enough podcasts talked about him. Yes, he was a son of a gun. I want to talk about his brother,
Oh,
Ramon Franco.
oh, just
And
for a moment, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Seriously. Oh my God.
so yes, I don't like Francisco Franco, but I love.
Excuse me. You made my heart beat, extra beat.
Okay, okay, let's
Oh
get
my
serious.
goodness. Oh, I need some water. Wait a minute. Okay, carry on.
Okay, so let's get serious. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Ramon Franco, Franco's brother. So let's put this a little bit in history. Franco's parents are from Galicia, the
Hmm.
northwest part of Spain. They have three girls, two boys, and then the third boy, is Francisco Franco, the dictator. And I want to talk about Ramon Franco, the one in the middle. Okay, Ramon Franco, he was born in 1896, 1896.
Yeah.
And he's born in a very complicated family because we always talk about Francisco Franco, the dictator, but we need to understand a little bit where he comes from. He comes from a family of huge military tradition. Right? His dad is a big military. His grandparents on both sides, mom and dad, are militaries, very strong, very ultra conservative. And the father of Francisco Ramon, Nicolas Franco, he is a big military and a very, today we would consider him as abusive father. I mean, he was
As
an
a what
alcoholic,
says as a what say it again?
abusive father.
Oh, all right. Okay, yeah.
I mean, he was a horrible person. I mean, he was alcoholic. He was always making fun of the kids. It was like, you're useless, you're not smart, you are dumb. This is,
You mean like mocking them all the time?
yeah, making fun of them, mocking them all the time, putting them, the boys down. The girls are only here just to get married, but you boys are useless. The only one that is good is the firstborn. Okay, so the first boy that was born in the family, he was perfect. The other two, you're nothing. You're
We were talking about the father?
uh-huh.
Oh my
We're talking about
goodness.
the
What
father
a
of Frank.
beautiful background.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that from this, you can go either to one side or the other side. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Francisco went to the wrong dark side, and
The dark
Ramon,
side of the dark side of the force.
yeah, the dark side of the force, and the other one to the good side of the force. Okay? So this is Ramon Franco. This is where he is born. Okay. The thing is that in Spain back then, the first boy is going to follow whatever the family is doing. If you're a doctor, the first male born in the family was going to be a doctor. If you're a
Yeah.
lawyer, the first male is going to be a lawyer. If you're a farmer, the first son will be a farmer. The first son was a military. The second one, by tradition, the second boy, by tradition, is going to become a priest. So Ramon Franco,
Oh, it's ringing a bell. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
the thing is that that was the tradition back in Spain. We're talking
Yeah.
the end of 1800s.
Yeah.
So Ramon Franco, he was guided in his life to become a priest. But as one interview, he said that he loved women too much. I love these guys. Like,
No, he wasn't going to be a priest, obviously.
so it was like, no, I don't want to be a priest. I also want to be a military. Okay, so he went into the military. But this moment in history, okay, the end of the 1800s, beginning of the 1900s, is a moment of a big change in the militaries. Suddenly we have aviation, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah.
I mean, the Wright brothers in 1903 will have the first flight. He's born in 1896, Ramon Franco. So he is seeing all of these planes, and he always says that he wants to fly like a bird. He wants to fly. So yes or yes, he is going to go to this new thing that is being created because we didn't have aviation until this moment. So
Mm-hmm.
he's one of these big precursors of aviation. This that Ramon Franco, he has a very, very strong personality. He is charming. He is very well educated. He speaks many languages. He speaks English. He speaks French. Later in his life, he's going to learn how to speak Arab. He
So,
really
Francisco, let me interrupt you. If you say that his ancestors, like his father and grandfather, the way they were, and he is clever, wise, witty, etc., is sounds to me like the black sheep of the family.
he was the total black sheep of the family. But especially not just because he tells mom and dad, I'm not going to be a priest, I want to follow a military career. That is that he is, his parents are super right wings. I mean, super conservative. Okay? He is totally the other way. He's much more liberal. He's super liberal in sexuality, friendships. He says, I can be this side, I can have friends from the other side. It's okay. I can talk with anyone. Women, yes, but do I need to get married? Yes, he's going to get married later in life, but he's a very open-minded. He's read a lot. He's a man who reads and studies and wants the future and the progress. That's why he goes into aviation. So really, this guy, it's like amazing. He has a very nice relationship with his baby brother, Francisco Franco, the one who will later in life will
So
become,
Franco was younger than him.
yeah, Franco was the
Uh,
little, okay? So the thing is that he he became, I don't want to say the father figure for Franco, for the Francisco Franco, the dictator,
yeah.
but he was the protector against that very horrible dad. Okay, so they had a very beautiful relationship. The thing is that when they grew up, Franco went to the extreme right, to the
Mm-hmm.
extreme conservative, and Ramon went to the liberal part.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's politics. They're brothers. Okay, so the thing is that he becomes a very important pilot. He is sent to the Sahara, where he learns, so tell you how to speak perfect Arab. I mean, he is almost bilingual in Arab. Okay?
Wow.
This confronts him with a lot of the big higher rank militaries because he gets to talk. I don't want to say become friends, but has connections with what it was called the enemy.
Okay, what time frame are we talking about, Francisco?
We're talking 1920s, begin to the 1920s.
Okay, so if I remember well, in those years, what today is Morocco, it was
Mhm.
divided in two protectorates, one French and the other one was Spanish protectorate, wasn't it?
Yep. So he is sent to the Spanish protectorate.
Okay.
Right? So, thanks for that, because we know that, but maybe our listeners don't know about it. What today we know of Morocco was divided in two parts, okay? And he's sent, obviously, to the Spanish part, where, by the way, later in life, his brother, Francisco Franco, will also go down there.
Okay, all right. Francisco, before continuing, and this is what happens when we're trying to make things like a live thing. Uh, mm, do you have your microphone on?
Yes, okay, but I think I didn't have it
Much
right.
better. Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you.
I forgot to put it down.
No
Okay,
worries.
okay, okay, good. Sorry for that. Okay, yeah, that's what
Well,
happens.
I'm gonna cough now. You see?
That's what happens when you go live.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, so
Good.
this is the moment. Okay. And uh, Ramon Franco, he is probably known around the world
Mhm.
because he is the first one who went from Europe to, flew from Europe to America.
Uh, Specify that, please.
Okay. In 1926, he did the Plus Ultra flight, which was connecting Spain with Buenos Aires, with Argentina.
Uh-huh. But you know,
Okay.
he wasn't the first one who crossed the South Atlantic, right?
Okay. No, because the Portuguese did it a few years before.
They did it in 1922. That's right.
1922.
And it was in a hydroplane, and it was Gago Coutinho and Sacadura Cabral. They were the first one before Hildenberg,
Okay.
right?
But uh, okay, let me clarify that. He was the first one who connected Latin countries. Okay. Spain, Spanish speaking countries, Spain
Uh-huh.
and Argentina, and South America with Argentina.
Okay, right.
Okay. So
Didn't he try later on to do the same to connect Spain with um, North Atlantic of flight to North America?
yes, but okay, don't get me wrong, but I think he didn't make it. Didn't the flight had a problem or something?
Yeah, he did have a mechanical problem, had to land in the middle of the ocean, very near to the Azore Islands. That's it was and still is Portuguese territory. And because Portugal and United Kingdom, they had the oldest naval agreement in the whole world since the 1700s, it was a British um, ship that rescued them. So yeah, that was a a mechanical failure that they had. But let me, please, Francisco, let me say a fun fact, please, please, please.
Please do so. You know how much I love your fun facts, okay?
I'm pretty sure that most of people knows here, and you, Francisco. But it is curious when you mentioned the flight from this gentleman, Fran Ramon
Ramon.
Ramon Franco, Ramon Franco, that trying to connect Spain with Buenos Aires. Do you because it was a hydroplane that
Mhm.
was the one that made the journey. Do you know what is the place where he took off from?
uh, Spain, but not the place exact.
Exactly the same town where Christopher Columbus departed on the first journey to the other side of the Atlantic, Palos de la Frontera.
Okay, so maybe that's why after he did the Plus Ultra, he was known as the modern Christopherus Columbus.
Yeah, probably that's the connection I was trying to make here.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense
yeah.
why his nickname was the modern Christopherus
By the way,
Columbus.
just to inform our listeners, Palos de la Fronteras is when you look at Spain, the map of the Iberian Peninsula, Portugal on the left, and Spain, main part of the peninsula, is on the southwest of Spain, on the left-hand side of the Strait of Gibraltar, Spanish territory.
Okay, close to Cadiz.
Yeah, actually, it's in between Cadiz and the border with Portugal, in the
Okay,
province of
so it's
Huelva.
right
Yeah.
there. Okay, so Thanks for that fun
Oh,
fact.
please, my pleasure.
So the thing is that he became, when he did this Plus Ultra flight connecting Palos de la Frontera with Buenos Aires, he became a rock star. I mean, when I mean a rock star, you know Carlos Gardel, the famous Argentinian tango
Oh,
composer.
tango singer, yeah.
Okay, he composed a tango dedicated to him.
Carlos Gardel?
Carlos Gardel dedicated a tango to Ramon
I
Franco.
had no idea about that.
I mean,
Wow.
people would stop the streets to touch him. Women, they would go with scissors to cut pieces of his hair while he was on the street. You know, he was a military, so he always had this jacket with the golden buttons and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time when he would go back to the hotel, all those buttons they were ripped off because people
Wow.
wanted to have something from this hero. I mean,
Hero.
he
Yeah.
is incredible. So imagine how important this is. But let's come back to Spain. In Spain, in 1923, 3 years before this important flight, we have a republic. We have Primo de Rivera. This is a very complicated moments in Spain. Okay, all of these things that happened from 1923 on are the things that led to the Spanish Civil War. Okay, this is before Francisco Franco, the dictator, it's in power or anything. We have
Was it that coup that allowed the king of Spain at the time, Alphonse XIII, to
yes,
let Jose Antonio Primo de Rivera, by the way, the founder of the Falangist Party, to make a coup with the permission of the monarch?
the king. It was very weird. It was a very complicated moment.
Yeah.
The thing is
Mm.
that Primo de Rivera and Alphonse XIII, the two, Primo de Rivera is the president of Spain at that moment, and Alphonse XIII is the king who can do nothing.
A puppet.
Just like a puppet. There we go.
Yeah.
They are, especially Alphonse XIII, he is so much obsessed with flying. Okay, so for him, for Alfonso XIII, Ramon Franco becomes a personal hero.
Mm-hmm.
When he returns from the flight, there's all of this huge campaign pro Ramon Franco. He's, yes, he was having problems in the Sahara, in what today is Morocco. Remember the
Yeah.
protectorate. But from this point on, he is the hero. He is the man. He is the most important one. And this coup d'etat, Primo de Rivera and Alfonso XIII, the two of them put him like up here, and you represent the perfect Spanish man. At this moment, he has everything a man can have. He has money, he has fame, he has women, he has parties, he has everything. He's a gigolo. I mean, he's good looking. He is amazing. So good, so good, so good that both Primo de Rivera and Alphonse XIII start feeling jealousy of him. They still feel threatened that this guy is becoming too famous.
You know what I think was the trigger that made all that explosion to become or to convert them in real enemies?
One.
I do believe that, and there is records about that. There's been many discussions. That remember when I told you earlier that there was a second attempt to fly from Spain crossing North Atlantic, and it was a
Mhm.
mechanical failure, Azore Islands, blah blah. It was in 1929, and Primo de Rivera just criticized him because they were very jealous to each other. And then, due to some declarations that Ramon Franco made, that was like the trigger just to convert him to the eyes of the dictatorship at the time, Primo de Rivera, like enemy number one. That's
Well,
what
maybe there was a little bit of
that's
a
one of the
sabotage.
theories. That's one of the theories.
Well, I mean, in chronologically speaking, it makes way too much sense.
Hmm.
So yeah. So what happens? Now, suddenly, Ramon Franco, he's top of the world, and suddenly he's hated
Hmm.
by, and they start making bad publicity on the press, and they control as
Of
dictators that
course, yeah,
they
of course,
were.
yeah, yeah.
They control the media, they control,
Mhm.
and They start putting him down, 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 down. And Ramon Franco, he says, sorry for that. I don't like it. This is not going well. And he becomes a politician, a left-wing politician.
But
Right?
apparently very popular.
Very popular. In fact, he became a minister in Catalonia.
He ran for 2 seats, one in Sevilla and the other in Barcelona. Is that right?
Yes, there we go.
And then
he
when
won.
he won, he renounced the one in Sevilla and went to the Barcelona.
There we go. So for him, Barcelona, it's a place where he loved, and he really, really, really felt very good about it. Okay, but the thing is that before he ran as a president, as a politician, when he was doing campaign, he was kicked out of Spain. He had to go on exile because he was a lefty, left wing. He was like, now you're against the regime that we have, get out. The thing is that he was so charismatic that people were like, come back, come on. We're going to have elections. In 1931 is when he is elected. And now it's like, I have been elected. You cannot kick me out.
Okay, good.
So really he becomes a pain in the Tootsie, to say it softly. And in 1934, he is sent to Washington, to the United States, to represent Spain.
An ambassador, right?
He was he's an ambassador for Spain. And he's like, nah, not good. Okay, so it's like, we cannot kick you out politically, but get out as far as possible. Go to the United States and leave us alone, okay? Right. So this is 1934. 2 years later is when his brother, Francisco Franco, is going to start the Spanish Civil War.
Yeah.
And Francisco Franco calls him, hey, bro, come over. I know you're lefty, but I will need your aviation skills. Come over, and you're going to be the general commander of the aviation of Spain.
Wow, that is emotional blackmail.
It's a big blackmail. So, as I said at the beginning, they adore each other. Especially Francisco Franco adored, almost like a father figure, Ramon Franco. So Ramon comes over here, and he is the general commander of the aviation in Spain. Very criticized because he is a lefty and he is controlling the aviation of the right wing of Spain. Nobody likes him, but he's a good leader. So we don't know what to do with him. There's a moment that it's very peculiar what happened, because in 1938, it is the famous bombing of the city of Barcelona.
Yeah. That's a sad episode of Spanish Civil
It's
War.
a very sad episode. It's a horrible episode. And this is the moment when we didn't know what to do, because who bombarded Barcelona? Let's not forget that Ramon Franco was a politician in Barcelona. It is his dearest city. And he's the general commander of the aviation. Today, we think there's still, obviously in Spain, we still have a lot of study to be done about the Spanish Civil War. And we're beginning to realize that maybe it was not Ramon Franco's aviation. It was the Aviator Legionale, okay, the Italians.
It was
Mussolini.
it was Mussolini, yeah.
So, which obviously was with Franco. Right? So, but this was it. There was a moment where I was very, very, very weird at the beginning of 1938. And the thing is that in October 28th, 1938, he is in Morocco. He's going to fly back to Malaga. He's going to do all of these flights. That day, suddenly they changed the plane. Before he went into his plane, so no, you're not going that plane. You're going to the other plane. But my crew is in that one. Yeah, but don't worry. You're going to this other crew, and back and forth. What's going on here? I need to go. So he jumps into the other plane.
Mm-hmm.
And strangely enough, October 28th, 1938, that plane disappeared.
Strangely enough.
Strangely enough. So we don't know where, or more than where, who killed Ramon Franco. There's a lot of things. There's one of the
Have you noticed, Fran, when we refer to the name
Franco
Franco, it
always,
comes Francisco all the time?
yeah, always the dictator comes. It's so difficult for us to say
Yeah, no,
Ramon,
but
good one.
it's normal, yeah. But yeah, we're talking here about Ramon, and yeah, his disappearance in that strange circumstances was very, very unclear, very, very
It was very
unclear.
unclear. Some people, some historians, if our listeners start digging a little bit about Ramon Franco, you're going to find out that some people says that it was suicidal because he was on depressions, he was not okay, especially after the bombing of Barcelona. Yes, but come on, it doesn't make sense to me.
No, nothing.
Who who killed him? We don't
Mm.
know if it was the right wing, the supporters of Franco, of Francisco Franco, the dictator, who didn't like this left wing politician leading the aviation. On the other hand, a lot of people thinks that it was the left wing killing him because he betrayed the left wing and went to the right wing. So we'll never know. I don't think we'll ever be able to know what's going to happen or what
Francisco,
happened in that day.
let me add one thing here. It is recorded. It is recorded that there are documents about it. That when Ramon was asked about his brother, the one that became dictator later on, he, whoever, I'm not gonna mention any names here, okay, just not to place myself in one side or another. But the question was made, and it was regarding some trust on his brother. Okay, so Ramon trusting his brother Francisco, and these are the literal words, sorry, that he said. I had to read them because it's really it's really hard to know what a brother thinks of another one. Out of ambition, he, Francisco Franco, would be capable of murdering our mother, and out of presumption, he will kill our father.
Oof,
That is hard, isn't it?
that's hard. I mean, as I said, Francisco Franco went to the dark side. I
Yeah.
mean, the
So,
dictator Francisco was insane. He was totally crazy.
mm,
But anyway, that's a little bit of what I wanted to share today with our listeners about my
mhm.
passion for Franco, not Francisco, but for Ramon, a very
Ramon.
peculiar character with a strong personality, huge charisma, and somebody who was, I think, on the right page of history.
And guys out there, if Francisco, you remember we made a couple of years ago a trilogy of the Spanish Civil War.
Mhm.
We have those chapters there in the on any of the platforms that is your favorite one. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iBooks, etc., etc., etc. So if you want to know more about what's happened in the Civil War, we don't mention obviously Ramon Franco in that trilogy because we focus on the Spanish Civil War. That the trilogy is there is the what took us into the Civil War per se, and then the aftermath, the
Yeah.
post years, the post-war years. So thank you, Francisco. This is oh, you are Francisco now. Oh my
I'm
God.
Francisco, not Frank. You know, when I have tours, a lot of
Yeah.
people calls me Franco, which is
No.
like, thank you, but no, don't do that. A lot of people calls me Franco. I'm
Whoa.
like, no,
I don't know how I could
Francisco,
react
Frank.
if that happened to me.
I'm like, don't call me Franco.
Well, Fran, thank you so much for sharing all this love about that. Let's say Ramon. Okay, let's call him
Can you
Ramon.
say love for Franco? I don't.
No, I
It
can't.
burns you inside.
No, no. Yeah, I'm about to burst. You know.
Please don't get me. Anybody, don't get me wrong. I hate the Franco, that dictator. Okay.
Oh,
That
we
guy.
all know that. We all know that. Yeah. Okay,
Anyway,
chicos.
Jorge.
Well, here we are again. Another topic done, and we will see you next week. Francisco, thank you very much indeed, and we will see you. Bye bye, chicos. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Oh, by the way, everybody,
Yes.
please, if you have liked this video or this podcast, give us a like either on Spotify or on YouTube.
Please. Yeah.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like it. Please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us to position our website and our podcast
That's
on
true.
the social medias.
That's right. Yeah.
Everybody, see you next week. Adios, amigos.
Bye. And as usual, we want to thank all our listeners for being there every week, letting us sharing our talks. Follow us in Spanish Loops in Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite platform.
And in Instagram, you can find us as the Spanish Loops Podcast, no spaces, all together. If you want to find us the quickest way, just Google Spanish Loops Podcast and you will find us. Hasta la vista, amigos.
See you next week.